Good morning. Good morning, traders. Good morning. Yes, it's still allergy season, unfortunately. Um, anyway, we're hoping we have another good morning like we have for the last 24 good mornings. We're trading logic where we don't trade with any emotion at all. We're like robots or Vulcans or something. We have no emotion when we trade. Uh, I can't say that like 100%, but we have about 5% emotion and about 95% logic. Uh, there is a place for some emotion in the market, but not a lot. A little bit. Sometimes it's a gut call. Sometimes, once in a while. But yeah, as of yesterday, it closed out 54 and 4 with two positive trades and one that did not trigger. So that's for every 13 and a half green trades, we end up with one red trade. I like those odds. Those are nice. They're very nice. Don't forget to like the video, thumbs up, like us on the social media. Really important. We need to build this following up a little more. Um, just get things rolling along. So we're gonna get into this a little bit. One of the things I wanted to talk about, or just kind of bring up, is the SPY. It's a good distance away from the dangerous level, which is 295. We're up at 312, almost 313. It's like 312.96. So we're a good ways away from there. We're looking for it to crack that 321 number. But at least we're closer to that than we are to the failure number, so that's a good thing. We're on a red candle for so far today, but I'm not that concerned about that. Pre-market really isn't. Oh boy, I'm tired. I've been up so early today. Holy cow! Yeah, pre-market really isn't anything to be concerned about too much with the SPY most of the time. So it looks like it may be in our favor today, the SPY. And we'll go back again and say it again. Rising tide lifts all boats. If you have any swing trades, it will certainly help you. And a lot of times if we get a nice mix, a real nice mix on the SPY, like a good hard pop, a lot of times these stocks will move like crazy in the morning. Also, the same can be said for we have a really hard drop too, because it's pretty much price action is what you're looking for. But we've got a couple today that we want to look at. And there's actually three with kind of like one on the side. Yes, I'll take three stocks with one on the side, please. Let's see. We're going to start out with LMFA. LMFA. Sounds like a social media term. Anyway, LMFA it doesn't have any current news. The last time it had showed current news that I could find anyway is that it had a circuit breaker halt about a week ago. Literally exactly a week ago on June 10th, which is that information up here, had a circuit breaker halt. And that was it. That's been it. But for some reason, it's running up. So there's some sort of news going on, or somebody on the inside knows something about it. You know what? Let me see. I just want to check insider information if there's anything there. No. Insider information, as you can see, a discretionary buy, which you'd say, oh, hey, look at that. But unfortunately, that was 828.19. So even insider information, there wasn't much to talk about. And let's see if there's any hot social activity on it. Nope, no hedge fund activity. And that's pretty much it. So it's kind of odd that this one is running up like it did. That's why I'm not a full believer in a whole bunch of strength that it would have. As you can see, we're looking at this one getting back to around the $1.48 area. And if it does that, good possibility it can pop back up to around $1.79, $1.80 with a whole bunch of woomph behind it, maybe get back up to 218, 219, 220. Because usually if something drives a stock like this, and there's no catalyst that you can find anywhere, well then then usually it's somebody moving it. It's purposely being moved. So for it to go back and hit up in this 357 range again, I would be really, really, really surprised if that occurred. If it got up to the 357 range again. So this has to pull back to the $1.50-ish range. So it can do, one of those skip and pops up, it has to. It's the only place that makes any sense whatsoever. Any sense at all. That's it. So let's see. All right, so that was LMFA. Okay, then we got OPCH. A lot of lines on this chart. Okay, OPHC. We're looking at an entry of 350 on this thing, and that is a hard like that's not like within 50 cents type of thing. That's like almost on the penny to me anyway. We'll see. All of the technical analysis shows that 350 is the ideal number for this one. And then as you see, we've got our grades of potential profit numbers here. Whoops, sorry about that. You got the 350, your first stop, hopefully it would be 389. And you got 410, 445, and 496. There's a good sign. LMFA, the one we were just talking about, was just added to the surging attention getters. So that's a good sign of strength for it anyway. Excuse me. Man, someday this allergy season will be over. Can't wait. So, right now, OPHC is doing okay. It's hanging up there, high at 638. Still in the 570 range up there. So it's, it's looking good. Looking real good. Looking real strong. It's got a lot of volume. The only thing is, again, and I don't know what is going on, but no news. No news. I don't understand. It's got a nice low float. It's trading. If you look up the actual float, it's trading 3/4 or more of the float. So it's got a lot of activity. So we could hopefully get a nice charge out of this one. But it's got to come back to that excuse me, to that 350-ish range. Good Lord, this won't go away. And LMFA, that also has a very low float as well. That's also trading, I mean, 3/4 again. That's also 3/4 of the float as well. So, this one's pretty strong right now. It's above the VWAP. So, could potentially be a good one, but it has to come back to the position of strength first before we're convinced that this is something we would invest our money in. All right, IMTE. 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 We're looking for this to retrace back to around 654, which it hit here. I'm hoping that it didn't hit too early. It literally gave me an alert as I was I had finished doing the analysis on it, probably around 8 o'clock-ish maybe. And then like 10-15 minutes later, ding, alert, which does happen a lot. Like I say, it does happen a lot. It is what it is. But you don't give up hope on that because like a million times, this happens in the pre-market and then it drops back down to that same number again. So I don't really get all that overly concerned. This took a hard corona hit, as you could see. It was trading up in, I'd say on an average of about 850 range from, January, February. And it dropped all the way down into the 350 range. So now it's retraced and it's back. It's pretty much back to where it was trading on an average number. The spike back here up to $18. I don't know what caused that. Probably some type of news or information or some sort of market mover thing happened. But it doesn't matter. We don't look for anomalies. We look for factual information that is consistent and repeats over and over again in the history of the stock. And IMTE right now it's right around its average for the year. So for it to get way up above that, you're probably asking a lot. But for it to hit this 654 number, I don't think we're asking that much. And if we hit that 654 number, I mean, the first stop is 740. It's like, it's a nice move right there, Now, it could be a shallower move if the price action slows down to like $7. That's a possibility. Matter of fact, we'll just throw that in as a very, very, very weak line. We'll give it a weak color. We'll just make it a pale white. Now we'll keep it thin and we'll make it ... This way, There we go. That's a weak line there. So, if there's not a lot of excitement, not a lot of price action, not a lot of energy, and it hits the 654, then maybe $7 is your way to go. If we got a lot of juice going, we were above VWAP and all that kind of cool stuff and everything, and all looks good, people are buying and selling like lunatics, then you look for that 740 range. Could be 730, could be 740, could be 750. Your discretion, your trading plan, your money. Then if the action slows down, if it gets there and the action slows down, then you look for somewhere around, maybe like that 775 number, somewhere in that ballpark. You start looking for the quarter dollars, 25, 50, 75, whole dollar. Look in 25-cent increments if it's in the middle. So this being at 740, 750 is just the quick spit, so you don't count that, and you start looking for 775. If it's slowing down. If it's not slowing down, then you know what? You're looking for 847, man. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So that is IMTE. Now, there's one here that, here we go, XSPA. I don't know what day it was that we had this up. I don't remember. It wasn't that long ago. But now here's the thing. If this thing has volume, it has, look at this line. Look at this. I drew this line 2 weeks ago, I think, whatever. And look at this. It's literally, just give all of these lines time, and eventually the magnetic pull, as I call it, will begin to work its wonder on the price of the stock. We had this at 460, and look at all of this, right? Because it triggered this morning in pre-market for me, around what was it? Yeah, it was early, like 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. No, 8 a.m. And it triggered here. And I said, And then it says just a quick doji thing. I said, Then I went back and looked again. And I kept checking it. And it's pop up, a little down, a little down, a little up, a little down, a little up, a little down, back up, back to that line. So, again, I will say these lines mean something. It may not seem apparent, at every single moment that you see them, but eventually they are going to mean something. For some reason, I didn't do all my fancy stuff here. Yeah. See, that line meant nothing going all the way back to here. Then it meant something. See, wrap around on that line. Resistance, support. Resistance, support. Support, support, support. And that's going back a ways, quite a ways. But anyway, it's back to that line now. So, and I can guarantee you almost, if we would go back a couple of more years, we would see this thing in play again at some point. But see, it was all the way back here in September where it was in play, right? August, September, a little bit of October maybe might have squeezed in there. And then it was not in play anymore. And here we are in June, and that number is back in play. So that's my point. Always keep those numbers around. Keep them on a watch list. Keep them on an alert list, whatever. Because if they trigger again, sometimes it's fun to jump in there and see what we're gonna do. Sometimes it's good action if we have a lot of excitement on the volume. We can catch a little lightning in a bottle. Now check this out. Here we are in the pre-market. Unfortunately, it tapped here at the 460 number, and we're moving up to 464. Not a big move, but It did get up to 475 over here. So, it might work out. It might work out. All right. I think that might be it. I don't think there's anything else. We have LMFA is on the surging attention getters, and let's see, what's this? NTN. I was looking at that a little bit earlier, trying to decide. The problem with NTN is, legitimately, I mean, this thing's trading at 605, and the only possible safe number I would even consider getting in this thing is like $2.68. So I don't think we're going to see 268 today. I'd be really surprised. Plus, the volume is getting kind of sketchy. It's getting a little low. It was really nice here, but it's starting to get lower and lower. So, but boy, surging is correct. It is definitely correct. And just to go over this again real quick for you, this is our early morning gap scanner right here. A pre-market gap scanners. This is where this is the final scanner. There's like two other scanners. We do that, then it's like rinse, go to the next scanner, rinse, and then we end up with this one. Still doesn't filter out all the garbage, but it is what it is. But then, from here we're able to at least get something that's a manageable list, and then we do the analysis on each one, and then we make a decision. But it's not bad because usually it just drops it down to about we really just have to do thorough analysis on like maybe 10 stocks. And then, certain ones make the list and other ones get booted off. It's a very cold process. If it doesn't have this, it's done. So now news is not something that will take a stock off the list. However, if you were to put news, as a value, its weighted value is about 25% of other things that are hard factual information. So if it has news, that's good. It's definitely a positive, but it's not a make or break. It's better if they have news. That's for sure. That is for sure. Here was, let's see. I don't know if this is still. No, I don't know what I'd do with it. That doesn't matter. Wasn't that important anyway. All right, so who's closest to our trigger numbers? Let's see. IMTE, LFMA, XSPA, and blah, 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 blah. Well, LFM. Oh, OPCH. OPHC. Why do I keep saying that one backwards? Yeah, they're all about the same distance away from the trigger number. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. We got about 2 minutes to the bell. See a little excitement heating up here. IMTE, LMFA, OPHC, and we'll keep an eye on XSPA if it gets a lot of volume, a lot of price action. MYZ, MYSZ, I don't really ever trust that stock. It's a really manipulated type stock, so. Well, there is the bell. And that's always a fun part of the day. Always a fun part of the day. OPHC, not doing a whole lot at the moment. XSPA, trying to make a little move there. LMFA, trying to decide what it wants to do. IMTE working its way down to the trigger number. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, there's some sort of glitch that will not allow me to see what you're chatting. But if you are watching on YouTube, I can see you chat. If you have anything to say, you don't have to say anything. But if you do, I can see it on the YouTube side. That's it. They're working on it. People who know a lot more about this stuff than I do. All right, let's see. IMTE working its way down. Working its way down to that 654 number. Well, it liked that first number, the 740 line, but in order for this to have any validity, the 654 is where we want to be. If it doesn't get there, what happens, traders? If it doesn't get there, we do nothing. We don't force it. If it gets there, our chances of making money are really, really good. If it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. It is what it is. XSPA making a little mini move to 471 from the 460 trigger number. Yeah, this type of trading definitely is not for thrill seekers. That's for sure. But I don't mind being a thrill seeker in many situations. Uh, but I really mind being a thrill seeker when it comes to spending my money. I don't believe in that. That's just stupid. Just stupidity. So, some people will come into this group and hear us talking about waiting for a stock to drop to a certain number, and if it doesn't, who cares? We'll let it go, and they'll leave. They'll run away like their hair is on fire. and and the only place to get water is outside of this stream. But that's okay. Not everybody is made for this type of trading. For me, I love it because you're pretty much sure. Oh my goodness, this IMTE really got close to triggering. 689 came down to. But look at it. It was the other line too. Look at this is funny. Again, the lines mean something. Here's the one here where it's stopping at. Here's the one here where it stopped at, and look where it dojied down to. The other line that I made. Definitely means something. They just don't always trigger. If there was a way I could figure out which ones would always trigger, I'd probably own an island somewhere. But that's fine because I still am satisfied with what I do every day. I generally make money every day. So I'm good. I'm happy. Let's see if we got anything. LMFA is working in the direction of getting to the trigger number, but it's not close yet. What else do we got? OPHC. OPHC. OPHC is looking to get to 350. It's at 465 at the moment, and it is on its way down to the trigger number. Certainly don't want a day of all near misses. By the way, IMTE circuit breaker halt at 9:35 and 39 seconds. So it'll be 9:40 and 39 seconds. It'll come back. The halt is is at the number. It's definitely at the number where I'm sorry. It's a penny over the line. Penny over the line. Now, normally, how does this work? All right, this is how this works. Whatever direction it's going in, the stock. Right now, this one appears to be going up. 75% of the time when it comes out of the halt, the first halt, it goes up more. 50% of the time on the second halt, it goes up more. 25% of the third time, it goes up more. The fourth time, you're insane if you're still in it. Completely insane. You're just squeezing your eyes shut and rolling the dice and praying that you get something good. But IMTE definitely has wheels. There's no question about it. CEMI. Did we just look at that the other day? CEMI. That just popped on one of the scanners. It sounds like we did. So let's see. Let's see what happens. 9:40 and 39 seconds, which is about 2 minutes from now. We'll see what happens when IMTE comes out of that halt. They're setting it up right now at 890 a share, but the high day is 918. If it breaks that, this thing can rock and roll up to 998 at least, I would think. Yeah. So if it breaks that, it can get up to 998, and then from there, it can get up to 1092. So you got quite a bit going on. Quite a bit. Now this thing may, before the day is out, roll right back to our trigger number. But man, it was so close. Oh my God, it was so close. Oh. Sometimes that happens. So now they got the opening number at 910. Not that that means it's going to open at 910. But so 9:40 and 30 in about 10 seconds. Not even. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Oh. Well, how about them apples? It appears they're going to make this one a 10-minute halt. So, more than likely, because if it's not 5, it's 10. So, be 9:45 and 39 seconds. All right. And in the meantime, our little friend XSPA is popping up a little bit. I'll just sort of just oldie but goodie, a little comeback stock here. See? Here's our line. Here's our profit. Right. 460, 475, 50-cent move, 15-cent move. Not bad. Not bad. Little pop. Those little pops are always nice. It's actually over to VWAP, so it's doing pretty good. You got a rising 50 and a slight, kind of like a level 200. A level 200, a rising 50. It's over the VWAP. It's above the trigger line. This might have some juice in it. Just needs volume to stay consistent. Definitely need consistent volume on it. OPHC 350 we're looking for. It's at 430 currently. LMFA we're looking for $1.90. It's currently at 310. So let's go back. We'll look here. LMFA holding up, man. LMFA. So it's definitely holding up. OPHC getting there. Getting there. Still got a couple lines to go, but we're getting there. It's working on it. XSPA. Still hanging in that number right there. That 474 number. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this got to 5. I really wouldn't. Can't guarantee anything, that's for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised. Uh, Now, bear in mind, trading circuit breakers can be very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. So just keep that in mind. You got to be careful in share size. You don't want to buy like monstrous share size because um, sometimes if it takes a hard turn and starts going down, it's hard to get out. So 9:45 and 39 seconds for IMTE. So you have to remember that. You got to keep your share size reasonable on a circuit breaker. Yep. About 30 seconds. See what this one's going to do here. Ten seconds. And here we go. Well, oh man, I didn't get filled. And we are getting back to another circuit breaker. It looks like almost me. Oh God, just tapping on it. 1019, 1012 rather, circuit breaker number. And let's see, 1012, 1012. Looks like we're going to go into another halt almost, maybe. Almost. Yep. I had a buy order for $8.90 all ready to go. And I didn't get filled. And I watched it all just spin past me. Sometimes that happens on these. Sometimes that happens on these halts, and the same thing going down too. So you got it. That's why I say you have to be careful. You know, if you have a monster share size and you're trying to get rid of, you know, a gigundous amount of shares in a hurry, and there's not enough people buying them, you really can get stuck holding the bag. So you got to be really careful. But I thought 890 was fair. If it ran up to another halt, as soon as it came out of the halt, I was going to sell on the next one, only because it makes logical sense, because the next halt's going to be a 50-50. So, and, you know, I don't want to gamble with my own money. So, yeah, don't forget we got to like the video. All right, very important. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I have no idea if this thing is streaming live on Facebook or not. None whatsoever. I think while I'm waiting for some of these to hit, man, XSPA, check this out. Check this out. XSPA, look at this little engine that could. 490. 490. 491. Oh my goodness, look at you, XSPA. You should be very proud of yourself. Look at that. So as I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if it nudged up around 5 and 495 so far from 460. Nice move. The lines mean something. When they trigger, they mean something. I'm just kicking myself for not getting in this because I was kind of, having my attention elsewhere on different things. So, what are you going to do? I didn't get in this one. I didn't get filled on IMTE coming out of the halt. I'm just having a great nothing day today. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think. I don't think I actually went on a live stream on Facebook. Although it said it did. I don't see it anywhere. Oh well. More stuff for somebody to figure out. That somebody's probably going to end up being me. Boy, that's really frustrating. Really frustrating. Yeah, nothing. Everything said it went live, and except for the fact that it didn't go live. All right. Ay. Oh well. I'll worry about it some other day. Like later, maybe. Okay, so we have got LMFA at 289. We're looking for $1.90, so that's got a ways to go yet. Oh, there we go. IMTE. Look at that. The 50% it chose was to go positive. I would have been out of it anyway as soon as it opened, which probably would have been somewhere around 10.75, maybe $10 or no, 10.50, maybe somewhere around there. Oh, this thing is looking to circuit breaker again. Yep, halted again. IMTE. And did we hit our $5 number? No. We got up to 4.98, 2 cents off where I said I would not be surprised if it got there. So there you go. Been doing this a couple days. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. We missed this one by. Oh my God. What do we have now? 54, and it got to 701. So it's like 40 cents roughly. 44 cents. Missed by 44 cents. That's not a lot of money for this stock. That's not a lot. It's like 4 cents on, a $2 stock. So we missed it by a nudge. We all could have been in this. What are you gonna do? It happens. Well, I mean, at least there's some money being made today. XSPA. I would have thought a little harder than what I'm thinking. Focus a little more, maybe. 350. Let's see. OPHC is still trying. PHC, we need for that to get to 210, 350 rather. And that's had a low of like 3.99, I think, or $4, somewhere right around there. So that's not there either. Yeah, everything is like close today. Today's a horseshoes and hand grenades day. All close. All close. IMTE is the darling of the day so far, though. That thing's really ripping. SPY is just being very quiet. Yeah, it's kind of ranging in between like 314 and I don't know. It's like 312.50 ish, 312.75 in that ballpark. Just doing a little range action so far this morning. So, not much going on there. And when that happens, that's the worst, man. That's the worst. Most of the stuff that we look at just doesn't do anything. XSPA with a little pullback. Let's see. MTE 952, 957. Potentially 957 in 5 seconds on IMTE for its next circuit breaker. 1, 2, 3. This will be the fourth halt. If you're still in this after the fourth halt, now who knows? This thing might go to $50 a share today. Who knows? But you will never ever catch me in a fourth halt unless it's for a reason like I couldn't get filled or whatever, Oh, there we go. Man, this thing just will not quit. Holy cow. Holy cow. And the halt number on it now is 1303, 1329. 1329. We're halting again. Are we going to halt again? We're close. We are so close. It actually hit it. Now the halt number's up to 1403. 1403. 1403. It's still holding up here at 1403. Yep, 1403. There we go. There we go, losing the juice. That was a nice run on IMTE. If it only dropped a hair lower so we could have got in that. But you know what? Tomorrow we might be right in the thick of things with stuff like that. So, who cares? I mean, yes, would it be nice to be in it? Of course. It's not like I don't care completely. I do care a little bit. I'd like to be in that one, but I wasn't. There'll be other ones, is my point. Now it's halted going down at 10:11. Circuit breaker. Now is when we see this thing may possibly get back down to our trigger number of 654. Let's see what happens. If it retraces totally back down, let's see what happens. Let's see if we get some action that way. It's going to take a while, though. Don't know if I'll be here for all of it. Swing trades are going okay today. That's good. Yep, that's definitely good. Slow mover, but moving well. I'm very glad about that one. Let's see. It's just a little guy. Just a little guy. Yep. Moving nicely. Yeah, good. Nice and consistent. Got up above this line here. It's above a rising 50. Now the 200 is all the way up here at 493. This is SFET, and it's above the rising 50 and kind of consolidating throughout there. It got up above it here at $1.80, and right now it's at like $1.82. So it's real slow right here. But a couple of more days should hopefully prove to move this one up a little higher. But I got in when it cracked the 50, back here somewhere. It was like, yeah, $1.30 something. That sounds right, I believe, without looking it up. $1.33 maybe, I don't know. And now it's at $1.82, so that's fine. That's fine. I'm patient, as you know. I'm very patient. I'd rather see my trade making money. Let's see. Amarin having a nice move this morning. AMRN. That's another swing. Now this is nice here. So we can see the 50 is starting to move to an uptrend, and this is above it. So it was on a downtrend here when it got above it, so that wasn't valid. But there are a number, so many times, that when it starts to make an uptrend and the stock gets above it, I know it's touching it now, but that's not something I'm worried about at the moment. And the stock got above it here, here, and here. Now, if we can get one clean candle, like you know, maybe at up to close the day out the low at 7:30, that would be awesome. That would be an awesome candle for right here. So that's what we're looking for, if that occurs. Let's see what numbers we need XLE to get to. XLE. Had a strong drop here, but now it seems like it's coming back. It's consolidating a little bit the last few days. So that I expect to make a nice move up over the next week or so. That's oil stock. So there's some good things happening there on what do you call it? Some good things happening on the swing trades. Definitely happy with those. No problems whatsoever there. Right, let's see here. Well, I hate to say this, but looks like LMFA has left the building. decided to run without us. But the question is, why? There's at absolutely. No reason. From where it's triggering right now, there's absolutely no common sense reason. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe I had that wrong. Let me see something here. 238. Okay, yeah, I had that wrong. I glanced up. Let's see. It really still isn't all that valid of a spot. Because it started to really trigger on us. It bounced off this 238, 234, 235 number twice, and then took off in the pre-market. And then in open 255. Let's see. Let me take a look here. 255. Maybe. 255. Let's see as we expand the chart. No, there's just no common sense reason why it's making the move from here. There really isn't. But sometimes that just happens, you know. Depends. There's a lot of things that affect the market. The marketplace. But, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's absolutely no valid reason whatsoever, going all the way back to 2016, that would indicate this stock accelerating from either the pre-market number of 235 to 240 or the regular market of 255 to 265. There's just no valid reason whatsoever. None. I'm looking at it. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing that would show that. There's only one thing I can see, and it was way back January 16th, 2019, January 17th, 2019. It got to a high of 310. So if we go to 310 here on the chart, today's chart, 310, here's 310. Yeah, there's some validity there on that one, that it could break the 310 and get up there, you know, and move up. That's for sure. But why did it start here at 234 or 260? Why? That's that I don't get. This was purely a resistance line right here. Right here was a resistance line. Which generally, if there's nothing else to support it, rarely does a resistance line mean anything. But it did tap once, tap twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and then finally made a move. But in reality, yeah, in reality, this should have been the area. See, it triggered, unfortunately, just after 8 o'clock. So if this did this over here, we would have been in at $1.90, and now I've been looking at spoils of $4.89. But it would have been a $3 move. So it did trigger. Unfortunately, it just... But why did it trigger on these right here? This is what I'm wondering about. I don't like when something doesn't make any logical sense. And sometimes they just don't, so... I will discontinue fixating on it. All right, so IMTE is back down around $10. Although trying to make another move up, trying to make another. I say it's at $10 now. It's at $10.45. That's quick. Boom. This thing moves very fast. OPHC. Let's see. Let's see what we got. OPHC. OPHC. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. OPHC, and we were looking for that to hit 350, and we're gonna see what happens with OPHC. If we can get in this thing at 350, we'll see what goes on. Okay. 350. First up, 389. Unless price action is crappy, then we're looking at like a 375. Price action is a bit slow here. So maybe we're going to be looking at 375. I don't know. If it kicks up. We got to hope it goes in the correct direction. Because again, like I say, nobody knows for sure. Ever knows for sure. You can only put yourself in a position that makes sense, that will help you make money. And basically what you want to do is you want to try and get out of positions as quickly as possible. If it looks like they're going to go the wrong way. Price action slowing down severely on OPHC. Come on, pup. Let's go. Let's show them big boys what you got. IMTE is down to 848. How about them apples, huh? Still a ways to go before it gets to 650-ish range. Okay. Let's see. Is this going to not respect the trigger line? How dare it? Just keep an eye on this one now, see what happens. In case you're wondering, chart on the top left is the 5-minute chart. Chart on the top right is the 1-minute chart. The chart on the bottom goes back about 6 months or so. Okay, here we go. We got a little something popping here. Little something popping up here. So our achievement we're looking for now is 364. We want to get to 364. Not just a little tickle, but to 364. And then our next number would be 374 if it's got it in its tank. So let's see. There we go. That's a nice strong pop. Let's go. Come on. 364, still our number. Still looking to get to 364. Okay, usually I will be very pumped about one hitting the zone, the trigger line. However, this one is showing a bit of weakness and I'm not very comfortable with it. So I would rather, if it makes a, an okay pop here, like a quick pop, just jump out of it. It's not showing any strength whatsoever. So there we go. We're just seconds away from bailing on this one. A lot of buying interest popping in right there. Right back to the sellers. Man, buyers are trying. The buyers are definitely trying. Without a doubt, the buyers are trying. Time and sales are proving that out. That's a lot of green buying volume for such a short candle. IMTE halted going down again. Last was $8.66. Well, every day, a telemarketer, right around the same time, like clockwork. If I have something to do, I need to be reminded of something. I should set that as my alarm. Every day. Okay, this is certainly the area that it's going to make a turn back up. It would be right around here. If it's going to make a turn back up to the 350 range, this would be the area. So let's see if it actually happens that way. Oh, maybe not. Okay, we need that to get over 333, this green candle. It's got to get up over 333 to see if this is going to be a comeback in progress or just a total fail. 333, we got to pop that. Show if this thing has any life left in it at all. And 336, now we're looking for 340. 340 is what we're looking for now to see if we got any more juice left in the tank. $340. There's 340. Got to hold it now. Got to hold that 340. And then we get back up to 350. Hopefully. Hopefully we get there. That is definitely the next resistance point is 350. And we're back at 335 now, so we got to be careful. There we go, 340 again. 339. 340. Excuse me. 333. Things popping all over the place right now. 340. Got to get up over 340 and hold that up there. Gonna hold that up there. This is a very dangerous candle right here. Well, potentially dangerous or potentially good. We don't know. All right, we quite possibly have enough data now to get some info going here. So let's see. Let's see. $10.29 Should be decision candle. See. Let's see. We're at 332, 336 on the ask, 328 on the bid. Kind of a wide spread. $10.29 should be a key candle here. Should be. Could be either $10.29 or, well, or $10.30. Either or. Doesn't matter. We're close enough for either one to be the one. Whatever that just meant. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about here sometimes. I know what I meant in my head. I just don't know if it translated well to the English language. Ah, come on. Come on, buyers. Let's go, man. Pump this thing a little bit. Okay, a little bit of good news. Tiny bit of good news. Maybe. It's not down. It's not red. So that's good. IMTE down to 819. I'm sorry, 783. Okay, red, but above the trend line, or maybe I spoke too soon. You know, it's been tapping up here at this, it's like 338, 340 range for quite some time now. And that was a support, and now it's a resistance line. So that's why I keep saying 340. 340 is the number. If it breaks 340 with a little bit of authority, we can have a little bit of a run there. But it's got to break that 340 number, and it's, you know, it's anybody's guess which way this is going to go. $339 on the ask. 336 on the bid. It's tightening up. That's a good sign usually. But then again, this thing is moving so slow. Another one at the top, 340. No, 339. Excuse me. That's weird. We got through this area of confluence and nothing major happened. Surprise, surprise. All right, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Now, if this pops through here, we get to like 360. I think it's, personally, I think it's time to bail. Or even, you know, if you're still in it and it gets to 350, you jump out if you want. Even, flat, even, Steven, you know. But totally up to you, however you want to do it. Myself personally, I'm going to look around that 360, 65 number. Hopefully, if it gets over 350. But it did break the 340, and that's positive. So, but it's still under the trend line, which I don't like. Come on, Magnet. Pull it back up. Pull it back up, Magnet. Let's go. Do your job. Traders, look at that number, that 350 number. It's key. It is key. Let's go, man. We got one more run left in this thing, don't we? That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Hmm. 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 Ah. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on now. Let's go. You're going to get that close and then bail on me? That's not right. That's just not right. Definitely not fair. Ah. Oh, come on. I had a feeling that was coming. I really did. Come on. And we got to see if we can wait for one more bounce. Let's see what happens there. Sort of been consolidating here for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. It's trying really hard to pull back to that 350 or 350 line. Isn't that something though? It ran right up this line and right down this line. All right, we're back up to the 340 number again. We're looking to crack 345 if we can. Is it possible to get over 345 and then the next step is 350 and then the next step is $1,000 a share? Wouldn't that be nice? Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We don't have all day here. I am starting to. I'm 7 minutes into overtime. I need to talk to my shop steward. Union's not going to be happy about this. Oh, come on. Every time you get a boost, you run out of gas a little bit. Why is that? Little pop right here. Come on. Little pop. We need a little pop. A little pop. A little pop. Come on. Come on. You're just laying in there in the weeds, sideways, so nobody can see you. Like a pencil hiding behind a tree. Come on. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Again. You did it again. You market manipulators are starting to piss me off. I don't mind you guys doing this stuff once or twice, but you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's not fair. It's not fair. We are not playing with the same deck as you guys, and it's not fair. All right, let's go. Let's get up to 340. Let's get this over with. I mean, clearly this one's being manipulated. It's so obvious. It's ridiculous. Ugh. There's not enough, I guess, outside buying power to offset some of the manipulation, unfortunately. This thing's just consolidating and consolidating, consolidating, consolidating. And I'm not one of those who blames any loss on a stock on market manipulators all the time. I'm not one of those people. But there are some. It might be the first time you've ever heard me say that. There are some stocks that are manipulated. Period. The end. So you just got to call what it is, If it quacks like a duck, it's a duck, So it happens sometimes. Let this move go from 316 all the way up to 348, and then boom, one shot. There's no way you're going to tell me that that's your average everyday Joe trader out there all deciding all at the same time that they're going to drop this thing 46 to 15. Drop it 30 cents in one shot. Nope, that's not what happens. That's not how it happens. Everybody called each other on the phone. Hey, great idea, man. At 10:35 today. Let's drop this stock. Let's drop OPHC 30. Let's drop it 30 cents in one shot. Okay, everybody ready? Go. Bull. Okay, so we are getting, hopefully, still got a very big spread on this. 340 on the ask, 326 on the bid. And we tightened up a little bit, 333, 326. Back to 340, 340, 330. Oh, 344. Don't tell me. We need to get over 348 is where we need to get over. Do we have something in the tank? I don't know. 348. Come on, man. Come on. 350. Yes. Yes. Yes, this is on the ask, of course. But yes. Absolutely yes. Now that half number, that quarter number, oh, everybody's gonna get a little scared around here, like they usually do. Let's see. Let's see. A lot of buying came in there. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I don't know what anybody else did, but it's getting way too close to leaving time for me. So when it hit that 350, I popped out of it. I just finished up with an even Steven trade. I don't pay for my trades, so it didn't cost me anything. I was really hoping when it first popped, it was going to go further than what it did. I was really, truly expecting it to get to 375, like no problem. And it only got to 366. So otherwise I would have bailed a lot sooner on that if I expected this. But listen, this thing might still have some juice in the tank. It's a possibility. You know, I wouldn't totally give up on it. It's consolidating, but I am not going to sit and consolidate all day at all. Not going to happen. So just to recap a couple things here. Okay, OPHC hit the trigger, went positive, went negative, and now it's been just consolidating all morning. I don't know what it's... God, I'm really sorry, man. I don't know what it's going to do for the rest of the day. It's hard to say. But we chalked that one up because that went positive by more than a few cents. I mean, for sure. 350 to a high of 366. That's a 16-cent move. So if you chose to get out around there and you had 1,000 shares, man, $160. Or whatever, whatever amount of shares you use. So we see that we count that as a positive for sure. LMFA, we're going to take a look at that one, see what happened here. What went right or wrong? This one just holding, man, just holding. Peaked up nicely, and it's actually holding the max line. So it's going to be a while, maybe a couple days, weeks before, maybe, who knows? I would think before it would get down to our $1.49. So it's really holding strength. Again, I don't know why. There was no news, no information that would tell us, but but that was a no trigger, that one. And IMTE, very close to trigger, got down to like 697. and we wanted this thing to trigger at 654. So, God, that was close. Man, that was close. That was almost a monster for us. It wasn't, and you know, when I say close, and you're like, what? 697 and 654, that's not close. Well, yeah, it's a little bit higher price stock than, you know, the smaller one. So, you know, that's like, you know, on a $2 stock compared to this, it's like maybe, you know, 10 cents. I don't know, something like that. So, but if you look at the chart, you can actually see, how close it was to triggering. Here you go, right here. Right here. Trigger number was, here was the number, here's where it got lowest, and there's the trigger number. That is just a small amount of chart space. It's not much. It would have taken one quick little doji pop down there to do that. So unfortunately it didn't do it, and sometimes that's the way it happens sometimes, and it's what it is. It is what it is. I know a lot of people hate that saying, but you know what? No truer words were spoken. And our old friend, our old buddy, XSPA. Love this old timer. It just shows up. It just shows up and does its little thing, and you know, and there you go. Here, it's still actually, literally, it's still in the positive range. So this thing went from 460, right? 460 from a trend line that was, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I don't know. Wait, what date was that? XSPA. That was 615. Oh, you know, I didn't put the date on that. So let's see. It was from 612. It was from 612. XSPA was a recommendation from June 12th. Today's 17th. 5 days later, it decided to, you know, mosey to the trigger line, and it moseyed to the tune of 38 cents. That's a nice little pop right there. So, as I was saying, you never put these things to bed completely. You keep your alerts on, keep your watch list, you write it on a pad, whatever works good for you to help you remember. So that gives us two today. That's nice. And let's see. Let's take another peek at OPHC. Still consolidating. You hold it long enough, it'll come back to that line and go up. I know it will, but you know, most people don't like doing that. And unless it's a swing trade, I don't like doing it either. Let's see if it's a swing trade candidate. Not really, not quite yet. The 50 just kind of leveled out here. I wouldn't call that an uptrend yet. Just finished a downtrend. And it's just kind of walking level. Now, if this was coming up a little bit, wouldn't be a bad idea to stay in it, you know, but it's not. So, Yeah, look at this. You can see this hits that line all the way. When you extend the line out, it's amazing what you find. Yeah, there. It's truly amazing. Yeah. So it came from here, from 858. Popped here, 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 here. So this line is definitely correct. This top line is correct. It is significant. The bottom line, maybe it was too soon to do that. I don't know. Ugh, you know, I'm certainly not like a computer artist. That's for sure. What do they call it? Graphic designer. I'm definitely not a graphic designer. So let's try this. Let's try this. We're going to go from here. Let's see here. No, this one has no validity to it at all. Okay, so. Yeah, there's really no area here where this, well, maybe there, perhaps. Not very clear cut, is it? I hate when it does that. Okay, so let's see what that brings us. Doesn't always bring us good stuff, but most of the time it does. Well, there you go. We have broken this trend line. So that is definitely yeah. Yep. Okay, that one, the party's over on that one as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I was just curious to see how it would play out. Definitely curious to see how that would play out. And it played out ugly. Very ugly. All right, so let's see. So we know these XSPA. We had a nice little winner there with XSPA. After it went MIA for a while. High of 498. And OPHC went a high of 366. No trigger on the other two. And one more peek at IMTE. Yeah, getting there. Definitely getting there. Keeps wrapping around this line, the 740 line. Interesting. So that's not bad. That's a good sign, actually. All right. Okay, and that's it. That's all we got. That's definitely all we got. I hope you made some money on this test, on this stuff today. I actually ended up flat even, zero, complete zero. I missed XSPA. I don't even know what, because I looked at it. I even said, oh, look, it hit the number. And then I started doing other stuff and completely forgot to put a buy-in for it. I don't know what is wrong with my brain lately. Anyway, and OPHC, I bought it at 350, sold it at 350. I really hoped it was going to go to 375. It just seemed like it had all the indications that it would. But you know, we were up against the SPY today. The SPY was really not our friend at all. It created a lot of just nothingness. You know, it just created nothing. There. This is our SPY friend today. Oh, I forgot. Different platform. Different rules. So you had ballparkish, yeah, 313, 314, 311, 312. And just hang in here, you know. It's been a slow range, slow ranging trade down. You know, very slow, very, very slow. And unfortunately, that's what it is. And when it's that slow going down, just terrible. Just terrible. See, just a slow kind of, like one of those slight hills. If you didn't have your foot on the brake, you'd go, "Am I rolling? I don't know. Am I rolling?" Then you look into other stuff to make sure you're rolling or not. Yeah. Then you get really scared if the car next to you decides to pull out at that moment. Whoa. Anyway, but see, just a very slow roll, man. Anytime this happens, slow up, slow down, or if we have if we have something like this, and now this has nothing to do with the numbers on the chart, just an example. You know, if we get something like this on the SPY, horrible, terrible, just disgusting, then nothing moves on days like that. Nothing moves. And on days like this, So on the SPY, we either want something like this, or something like, I'll bet you can guess what's coming next. Something like this. That's what we want. Either one. Hard down or hard up. And right now we're hard up for a good stock to trade. Oh, God, I was waiting all morning to say that one. Yeah, sorry. I try not to say stupid jokes, but I just can't help myself. But that's really what you want for your best day trading. That is absolutely what you want. But, and you know, our buddy XSPA is still consolidating, and it's still above VWAP, and it's still rolling along. So keep an eye on that. And why am I here after 11 o'clock? What's wrong with me? All right, so I am going to call it a day. Big, fat, stupid zero day. I don't know why I'm laughing. Just find it hard to believe that I allowed this day. I traded myself to a zero today. Unreal. But you know what, though? What I do like is that statistically, we're looking good. 56-4. 25 green days called in a row. 25. 56-4. If you doubled that, it'd be 112-8. That's crazy, man. 56. If you went 4 times the amount, it would be 224 and 32. Could you imagine that? It can happen, you know. Just keep tuning in. And now I'm going to tune out. I'm out. Have a great day. I'm glad you could be here. And please, if you can like the stream, thumbs up the stream, comment on the stream is nice. That always helps. The more comments, the better. It helps draw more people. And quite frankly, down the road, this is probably going to cost some money for people to get in on this. And whoever joins me early is never going to have to pay a penny to join this stream. So, you know, when there's like 10 or 15 of us here, and that's all there is, and then all of a sudden it jumps up to 100, well, 85 of those people are going to pay, and the 15 that were there originally, or 10 or whatever it is, they're never going to pay because they're faithful people, and I admire loyalty and faith and camaraderie and teamwork. I really do. Those are some of the most important values I have. And, you know, if we can spread the word, man, spread the word. Anybody you know, you're in other trading rooms, you say, hey, I know a place where pretty much every day it's 1 to 2 positive trades every single day. Like, you know, like clockwork. So that would be nice. God because I really want to try and get as many viewers as I can. And if I am charging for the service at a certain point, what I'd really like to do is not trade and focus 100% laser focus on guiding other people in their trading. That's truly what I like to do more than anything. I like to teach. I like to assist. It's what I do. I've always been that way. So that's my dream. My dream is to help a room full of people, a gigundous room full of people, and mentor people and coach people, teach people the things that I've learned, the mistakes I've made, the positives I've learned, and just make a positive difference in people's lives. Now, don't get me wrong, I have to get paid to do that because I do need to eat. So that's important. But, if we can get people here, that would be a really nice thing. A real nice thing. So, thank you very much. Have a great day. We will be back first thing tomorrow around 9 a.m.